Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Fox Den. This time, it'll be me taking over the reins in the story, and like normal, I'm joined by
Hello.
Laz. After all, this is our channel, after all. So,
This is one of our point ones too.
yeah, this is a special one that I'm taking the reins of, but we've both been planning it. You want to say anything, Laz?
No, you can go ahead with it.
Got it. So, welcome everyone to What If Deku Was an MTF Soldier? Now, we open up in everyone's favorite site location, Site 19, during a containment breach. MTFS Epsilon 11, aka the Nine-Tailed Fox, has been deployed. Izuku Midoriya, also known as Commander Midoriya, oh, actually, in this right now, he's Lieutenant Midoriya, is on scene as he enters the facility to see chaos and carnage. You want to explain a little? Or you want me to take full on reign right here?
This is your part. You take full
Got
control.
it. He sees chaos and carnage. He sees everyone's favorite 049 surrounded by a horde of his patients.
Which is classified as 049-1.
Mm-hmm. As he orders his 3-man squad to fire at the target. They all execute him with ease. However, one man gets downed. This being his second in command. He runs up to make sure he's okay, but he's been neck snapped. As you all should know, it's our boy Peanut. As Izuku says, it's 173. Everyone, do not keep your eyes off. Do not let your eyes off him. And remember, every 3 seconds, tell us when you're gonna blink. And they, just like the containment breach game, they managed to secure 173. As everything would go on, they reach a little facility where Dr. Bright has just claimed a new D class member to take as his own. He goes up and runs up to the MTF. Izuku, knowing the medallion, tells his soldiers to stand down. This is Dr. Bright. He is also an SCP. Technically. I mean, the medallion he's wearing is the SCP, but he's classified as one now, too. They all stand down saying, Dr. Bright, what's the situation here? I don't know. It's containment breach. You know, standard Friday. And is where we're going to end it off. Not for the video, but that's where we're going to cut to about 2 years into the future. Well, mostly just 2 months, actually. On a bus, a new class of D classes are on the way to the new Site 19, Site 19-J, JP, or Site 19 Japan. As we cut to this girl with white hair.
Mm-hmm. As this girl with white hair and her signature black uniform that she has, that she asked for, she's getting special privileges. The people escorting her don't know why. As she's in a bus with, I would say, 6 other D class. And I see 2 MTFs. MTS soldiers.
Our favorite, Izuku.
Mm-hmm. Izuku and one of Izuku's teammates.
Mm-hmm.
As they're curious of why this certain D class, as they read files, they call her 2B, and gets special attention, and why she's requested guards. They've asked, but she does not respond. As I would say, we drive through all these corners and dead ends to finally reach to Site 19.
Or a little building. We reach a little building, and as they get by, an MTF soldier guard walks up to Izuku from the window and asks for security clearance. Izuku gives it out as the building raises up to enter a little lower path.
And this path particularly is cut off by anyone. Only with those with power clearance can get through.
Only level 4. That's why an MTF lieutenant or commander have to be on D class buses at all times.
And to make sure it's not clear, the MTF who checks the cards is in like a normal civilian.
Is in a normal like farmer uniform.
Yeah. But we get to Site 19 as the bus parks right in front of the door, unloading the D-Class.
One of the doctors, a woman with blonde hair and a medallion with a red center, walks up.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone should already know who this is.
Yeah. The other 6 D-Class get off first, with 2B being the last D-Class to hop off.
Only exiting after Izuku exits the bus.
Mm-hmm. As 2B would just follow Izuku because Izuku's been ordered to escort her.
Personally by Dr. Bright.
Mm-hmm. As Izuku shows his card to get through the security and through the doors that he has to get through, Izuku escorts 2B to Dr. Bright, which takes about
I'll say half an hour due to 15 minutes worth of checks and a 15-minute worth of walk.
Yeah, and weapon checks and all that.
Mm-hmm.
So they finally get to a door as Izuku knocks on it.
Dr. Bright, you can hear Dr. Bright saying, "Hold on 1 minute, 05 is calling." As 2B can hear Dr. Bright saying, I get it. You want me to do this mission, but at the same time, what do you mean I can't have my chainsaw launcher?
I would say while this going, Izuku can just see 2B and she looks like she's pouting.
Izuku being kind of he's the youngest of the nine-tailed foxes. However, he's the most compassionate.
Mm-hmm.
He just puts his hand on 2B's head and just rubs her head, gives her a head pat.
Yeah, 2B enjoys head pats. She just kind of calms down. And 2B just listens to like the hourly conversation of Dr. Bright.
With Izuku briefly leaving for about 5 minutes to get her something to eat.
Mm-hmm.
Being a cupcake.
As 2B instantly can smell a cupcake as Izuku walks up, 2B just snatches it.
Izuku now has his mask off, saying just smiles while rubbing the back of his head.
And I would say as Dr. Bright with like an extra hour to be just staring at this door eating a cupcake. Just getting a little impatient.
Yep. And after 5 more minutes, after she's finally gone through 5 cupcakes,
mm-hmm.
Dr. Bright opens the door and says, "Ah, Midoriya! And I presume you are the girl we've been expecting. Designation 2B. Real name, Sally."
As Dr. Bright just looking into her eyes, as her eyes are kind of glowing red. Izuku does notice. As she signifies she's angry at him.
And Dr. Bright says, "Do you want a cupcake?"
As Sally just says, "Yes, Uncle Bright."
Come on in. Midoriya,
As
have your second in command guard the door. We're gonna be discussing a classified mission for the three of us.
as Izuku would get his man to guard the door as the door shuts behind them. Sally's sitting in one of Dr. Bright's chairs.
One of his beanbags next to him.
Yeah, one of his beanbag chairs, his very comfy ones.
Izuku just standing up with hands behind his back, like a soldier would at attention.
Yeah. Him still being confused of the comment that Sally made, but ignores it.
Mm-hmm. Dr. Bright says, "So, Midoriya, first on the agenda, you're being transferred to a new MTF unit." Midoriya will respond with, "Which unit, sir? I believe the Nine-Tailed Fox is the only unit for me." Dr. Bright responding with, "Well, since you'll be doing top secret missions with me from now on, the O5 have approved my request to appoint you as commander of your own special unit within the Alpha 1. The best of the best." Now, the mission. Have you heard about SCP-999071-JP? Izuku responded with, "No, sir. This is the first time I've ever heard of it." "Well, Izuku, you are an instance of 999071-JP. JP. This SCP we've labeled what the civilians of Japan have labeled as quirks. And yes, for everyone, yes, I am classifying quirks as an SCP. It's the only that would make sense in the story. Our mission is to assassinate two people in particular. They go by All Might and what they call villain All for One. We believe that these two, O5 believe that these two people are the first instances of 999071-JP. Sally will be coming along since the three of us will be enrolling at their quote-unquote hero school. You and Sal will be enrolled as students, while I'll be enrolled as your guardian and teacher.
Sally would look up and say, "As long as I get cupcakes, I'll do whatever."
Dr. Bright proceeds to give her a head pat, saying, "Yes, you will. Don't worry. I'll make sure of it."
Good.
As then Dr. Bright would say, and another thing too, Sally is also an instance of the quirks. Her quirk, he crosses his fingers behind his back, gives a quote unquote when he says quirk right behind Sally, right when Sally can see it, where he's basically telling Izuku that Sally is an SCP, hiding the fact that she's an actual SCP.
Mm-hmm.
Her quote unquote quirk allows her to tame other SCPs.
I think he labeled us two because the way that Sally can use her other appearance be Majin and taming of SCP, so calming.
Yeah. Which is where he would say her quirk is to tame SCPs. We've already tested out in the old facility she was a part of. Apparently 682 loved it so much he even demanded a request to be transferred to this site.
Is it correct public question? Is that why she was given bodyguards?
Yes.
Well, that makes a lot more sense now.
Because when 682 is around her, 682 acts like a dog.
Because you're just like, I gotta see this.
You really do. It's the most beautiful thing you can ask for. I even got him to agree to not to attack personnel as long as she's with him.
I was thinking, like, why couldn't she be on the mission for me to go invade that dang place?
The reason why I had a 2-hour conversation with O5 is to approve the use of other SCPs just in case we need them. Because they'll all be willing to come to Sally's aid if she gets in danger. The most prominent being 682 and 049.
So you probably asked the question, why those two in particular?
Those two in particular have a unique fondness to her. 049 has even described in an interview to see her as a little sister.
Hmm.
And don't worry, none of this is being recorded. This is strictly off the books.
Zuko trying to be like, at least I feel more protected when she's around then.
Yep. And don't worry, I've already talked to 682 about this mission. He said he'll be willing to support us as long as Sally's with him. We'll also be having SCP-500 on standby just in case we need the armor. We also have 999 just in case we need a morale booster.
Sally just pipe up, squishy.
And Sally here has a fondness for him. So anyways, we'll be moving out in a couple days, so I suggest you two get some rest. And Sally, 682 requested your presence at once.
On it.
Just follow the guard with the red uniform outside. He'll lead you to his containment area.
Oh, neat.
We given guards that are loyal to me red uniforms.
Okay, so if they're not in red, don't talk to them.
Don't talk to them and don't trust anything they say. And don't give them any information regarding this mission.
Good, so kick them in the nuts and run.
I mean, sure. Or if you want, use my chainsaw launcher on them.
Oh, that's right, you did give me one of those.
Yep. Just don't tell anyone else, because if they do, they're gonna run.
Like I'm gonna tell them anything.
You won't, but 049 probably will.
Well, I can bribe 049, don't worry.
You're telling me I had to bribe him with sacrificing 4 bodies of mine.
Well, I better get going. I don't want to keep 682 waiting.
Yeah,
He's very
right
big.
here right now. He's scratching at the wall.
Yeah, no, I'm going.
And Izuku, you are on standby for now, so I suggest you go train up your second in command to become the new lieutenant of the squad. This has been the mission briefing. Move out, everyone.
Sally bolting out.
Izuku just standing there for a couple seconds after Dr. Bright leaves, then he walks out.
Mm-hmm.
And goes on to the shooting range to train a second command in the ways of guerrilla fighting.
Yeah, Sally would finally be escorted to 682's holding cell.
Mm-hmm. And for you who are wondering what Izuku's quirk is, I'll keep that a little secret.
Yeah, and it's a secret.
Mm-hmm. Now, one day later, we cut to UA with our good old rat friend Nezu. He's looking over 3 files: an applicant to be a teacher and 2 students. All he sees for Sally's is just her code name 2B. And her quirk, Tame. Tame is a tameable monster. That's what her quirk is called. At least her quote-unquote quirk.
Mm-hmm. Quotation marks.
Mm-hmm. Then he looks at Izuku and sees his quirk's currently unidentified, still working on it. As he just sees his first name, Izuku. No last name. And then he gets to Dr. Bright, and Nezu takes interest in Dr. Bright's quirk, quote-unquote. Being an immortal medallion. As he describes, the medallion he holds make him immortal. And the medallion shares his consciousness. Then we cut back to Sally just giving some belly rubs to 682.
Mm-hmm. I think like after like a few minutes of like Izuku's done training, he's probably been told by Dr. Bright, you gotta go see 682.
Mm-hmm. As while she's doing that, he's just standing outside, just waiting for her to be done, so he can escort her back to her room.
Mm-hmm.
Because around this point, Izuku's got his red right hand's uniform.
Yep.
Having
Probably just.
But this time, his visor being red to signify he's on Dr. Bright's side.
Mm-hmm.
And do you want to say anything?
Izuku also like watching Sally mess with 682 is like, he was not lying.
It's like Dr. Bright, for being everything that he is, was not lying about this.
And Sabe stops petting him for a moment. And 682 kind of like sad, and Sally just like says, I'll be back, but I can only be in here for a certain amount of time. You know this.
682 begrudgingly says, like, yeah, I know. I wish I could keep you in here forever.
Next time I'll bring snacks and we can have a chat. Maybe I can request a longer time.
And 682 just nods, and Sally then proceeds to tell him not to hurt any D class while she's gone.
Mm-hmm. As Sally would then stand up. 682 would whisper something to her though. As she's like, oh right. And then walks out.
Izuku's saying, so, you done with your little pet session with 682?
It wasn't a pet session. It was a conversation, plus calming him down.
He was already calm. It was already odd. He was calm today anyways.
That's because I was here. If I wasn't here, that'd be a different story.
It would just be a normal Friday.
And normal Friday and a lot of dead corpses.
Yep. And a bunch of D-class dead like normal.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be on that corpse list, so I'd rather not see you dead on the ground.
Thanks to know you actually care about me.
Well, you didn't give me cupcakes.
And yeah, I know you want another one.
Yes.
Here, family secret.
Yay. She just instantly snatches it and downs it.
But when she takes the first bite, she realizes it's cream filled.
Mm-hmm.
Sally, with a look of astonishment, looks up to Izuku and he says, "Yeah, that's our family secret. We put cream filling inside of our cupcakes."
Sally just like pulls out a notebook out of nowhere and just writes something down. It's like new recipe to try.
I won't tell you how to make it. After all, family secret.
You don't have to tell me. The taste told me everything.
I forgot that's one of your abilities.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, we should get ready. We leave in 700 hours.
Yeah. I'll go to my room and get changed.
And take a nap too. I don't want you tired and grumpy when we're on our mission.
Yeah. You can ask Dr. Bright about my grumpy side. He doesn't like it too much.
And no, I will not ask Dr. Bright to give you his coffee.
God dang it.
I remember what happened yesterday, and I'd rather not have that repeat of that.
But his coffee's good.
You destroyed half the cafeteria.
Okay, just because I'm not a sugar high doesn't mean anything.
I swear, you act more like 999 than 999 does.
No. 999's squishy.
But he's also the incarnation of diabetes.
That too.
Also, the anthropomorphic humanoid will be joining us in this mission every once in a while.
Oh. Nice.
Most because if she didn't, she threatened to seduce all the men and kill them.
Sounds like her.
Yeah. Don't know why she was even transferred to our facility in the first place.
Yes, I just like thinks something and just brushes it off. It's just like, well, I better get changed.
And right when you're about to get changed, you can just hear a fight go on in the hallway.
I'm just like, Sally's just like,
As you can hear
gotcha.
Izuku say, no, 035. You will not get a sneak on her. You will not get a sneak peek on her. I don't care how much you're in love with her. You're not peeping at the little girl's body.
Sally just ignoring it, goes in the room and locks it.
And you can hear a big smack, saying, "That's it. I'm taking your body privileges away. You're going back into containment in your glass cell now."
Right. Sally's just like, okay then.
Don't piss off Izuku.
As Sally gets changed, it takes like a few hour nap.
And the entire time, Izuku was just standing outside his cell trying to prevent 035 from entering.
Mm-hmm.
As the next day happens, Izuku took a little nap standing against the door.
Yeah, Sally gets changed in her sleeping clothes, gets in her work clothes, and walks out. Sees.
Right when the door opens, he falls.
Mm-hmm. And she's like, you okay?
He's just like, yeah, I didn't get any sleep. 035 did not lit up the entire day.
Well, I'll carry you then.
No need, as he gets up and downs a substance in a bottle, saying, I'm all better now.
Like, what the heck did you just drink?
I stopped by the vending machine. By the coffee machine.
You do realize, not even gonna mention.
I asked the ever-knowing coffee machine to give me a drink of energy.
Okay. Well, we better head to Dr. Bright then.
No, he's already out. He's already there.
And he left us.
It's Dr. Bright. What do you think?
I thought my uncle would be a bit nicer and take me for a ride.
Oh, he's outside. I never said he didn't leave.
Oh, well, let's go.
As the three walk out, 049 just waving the two off.
Mm-hmm.
Saying, if you two ever need help, if you two ever require a cure, don't be afraid to call on to me.
Satisfying. Don't worry, you'll know when I call you.
Yes, I will, madam.
Bye-bye, Mr. Pestilence.
I don't have the pestilence. I am the cure.
I know, but it's funny to tease you.
I hate you sometimes.
But you love me at the same time.
Just because I give you my little sister does not mean I love you.
Aww, you just admitted it.
Shut up. Now go on your mission. You don't want the big bad MTF soldier next to you to be angry at you.
I mean, I'm sure I could knock him down a peg, but yeah, I get your point.
Izuku saying, "Hurry up, or I'm not giving you any cupcakes."
If you don't give me any cupcakes, I'm gonna crush your nuts.
You won't be the first one who attempted that.
Yeah, my attempts are not attempts, though.
Just hurry.
She just gets back in the car holding a blade. Is like, I mean it.
Like, I'm telling you to hurry up because you won't because I'm giving you one cupcake, and that's gonna last you the entire ride there.
That's not fair.
So either you eat it now or you wait when we're halfway through our drive.
Fine, halfway. And she just knocks on Dr. Bright's door and said, "All right, take us."
Dr. Bright pays to speed off in his SCP brand Camaro, but that has been bleached out of the SCP logos thanks to the 05 getting pissed off at him again. As you can see a little list appear in front of you with things Dr. Bright is not allowed to do during the mission. 1. Constantly talk about the SCP Foundation. 2. No experimentation on other instances. 3. Do not annoy and do not give away any information about the Foundation. And 5. No chainsaw launcher.
Inside, Shireen's like, why does it seems like a grocery list in babysitting daycare for Dr. Bright?
As Izuku says, that's why I'm here. The mission was just supposed to be for you two, but They need someone to take care of Dr. Bright.
Yeah, I don't feel like doing it.
No, you don't have to. That's my job.
You get to hang around with Uncle.
Yeah, but I'm also being in your class.
Okay, and?
You better not hurt anyone. You better not kill anyone.
No promises.
If you kill someone, I'm taking one of your cupcake privileges.
Don't forget, I can still bonk you.
But would you stop? Would you get rid of my family's secret recipes?
I mean, I can recreate it.
But I even showed you 5 more. I will show you if you do good on the mission.
God damn it.
And do not hurt anyone. Or actually, not kill anyone. You can hurt them all you want, just don't kill them.
Fine, I won't try to kill them.
You don't
I'll
try,
just
you
embarrass
won't.
them.
You
Is
won't
embarrassing
kill
allowed?
them, not try.
Fine, is embarrassing allowed then?
You can embarrass them all you want.
Okay, then I'll have fun then.
As 30 minutes pass, as like an hour pass, Sally finally gets her cupcake.
Her just trying to savor every bit of it.
Izuku chuckling over saying, "It seems like you know how to actually savor your food for once."
Inside just looks at him like, don't patronize me.
Hey, we have a cake. We have a cake in our little dorm area built by the Foundation,
Oh, hell yeah.
made by me. So it's a 3 stories cake.
That thing may not last long then.
If you manage to down that in an hour, I'll give you a new one.
Bet.
Bright's just laughing in the front seat.
And
Like, man, this is the family I've always wanted to have.
It's like, fair.
We have the big brother. We have the big brother. We have the big brother who is always serious but secretly cares for the younger one. The little sister that everyone loves, and the uncle that everyone hates but yet everyone finds funny.
Asai says, I don't hate you, Uncle Bright.
You
The other
don't.
people do, though.
Yeah, I'll say you don't, and Izuku doesn't, but the rest of the facility does.
Well, they just don't know the true you.
Well, I mean, I did scare the hell out of them yesterday.
Fair point.
Why do you think I'm not allowed? Why do you think I'm not allowed to have booze anymore?
So I just like starts whistling.
And no, you're not allowed to have booze either. I'll make sure of it. That was a request from 682 to not give you booze.
But why?
Don't ask me, ask 682.
Well, I still have some with me, so ha.
Izuku just grabs it from me and is like, now you don't.
As Sally's like, I have more.
Then I will tell 682 what you've done, and I will tell him not to allow you to give him head pats or anything.
You do know 682 can't resist my head pats.
I know you can't, but he did say that if you're drinking again, he will not let you. He'll resist every temptation.
But what if I have a hard day?
No drinking.
Can I have a drink if I have to deal with an angry child?
I'll give you a head pat if you can. I'll give you a head pat to deal with it.
I'm not even gonna drink the whole bottle. I just want a shot.
1 shot, and that's it.
Okay, plus I'm only gonna use it when I have to deal with some idiotic things.
1 shot every other day. That's it. Okay.
I can allow that. And she just reaches in between her chest and pulls out a giant bottle. Glad I brought it with me then.
As Izuku just face saying, "Where do you keep all this stuff?"
In my boobs. Where else?
Izuku just stands there dumbfounded, like, "Wait, what?"
Yeah. See, just reaches back in. I got a ball. Just reach in. Got this, and this.
As Dr. Bright saying, like, just shouts, like, "Sally, dear, just stop annoying Izuku with your chest."
He asked how many things I fit in here. I'm like, a lot.
We get it. Your chest, I know your chest was modified by Kumiko, but come on.
Okay, that was by accident, though.
By accident, you literally requested it.
Be fair, but it does work on a lot of things I have to do.
We have arrived, so don't only show the anomalous abilities that I've written down to them.
You didn't even inform me fully of mine.
The ones I've written down are your ability to tame monsters.
Great. So I still gotta. No, never mind.
You can go in your margin for it. I put that down.
Oh, thank God.
I put down your second quirk, quote unquote, as true monster.
Oh, okay.
And I gave him a warning so you can have some fun with them.
Oh, thank God.
The warning I gave him that when you're in true monster state, your sense of reasoning, quote unquote, disappears.
Yeah, Sally just begins to laugh like an evil laugh, just maniacally chuckling
without his helmet on, just face palming, saying, "Right, you're really gonna ruin this operation, aren't you?"
It's like, that's all you say. Just nudge him, lighten up a bit, would you?
So I have to deal with Dr. Bright. I have to make sure he doesn't do anything stupid the entire time we're here.
Being so strict, you can't loosen up, and you'll give away the mission.
Oh, don't worry. I know how to manipulate my personality pretty well.
That's be entertaining then.
After all, I have a childhood friend that goes here.
Fair enough.
His name is Bakugo Katsuki. His quirk is explosions.
Another person I can embarrass. Good to know.
Oh yeah, you can embarrass him all you want. I don't give a shit about him.
Oh, good. Alright, so I guess we're here. Then I guess we should get out and introduce ourselves.
Dr. Bright saying I have to go to meet their principal.
Shouldn't we go with you? Because he has our schedules.
No, I have your schedules here. Your class is class 1A, and you'll be with what they call Pro Hero Racerhead.
Huh. Maybe he has cupcakes for me.
I made sure to tell him that your power is fueled by cupcakes.
Nice.
As a total lie, so you can get all the cupcakes you want.
Bet. As she just grabs Izuku and runs off with him.
It's like Izuku's saying, I can walk myself, you know.
He's like, shut up. Just picks up Izuku and starts running down the hall.
Everyone's just looking at the curvaceous student and the tall-ass, soldier-looking guy.
Sally reaches the class 1A dorms and finally puts Izuku down and knocks on the door.
And that's all open saying, you two must be the new students.
Yes.
As they both walk in, Bakugo gets up saying, Izuku, is that you?
I'm like, I still get Izuku. Is that the Bakugo Katsuki loud one you were talking about?
Yes, that is. Anyways. Bakugo! Kachan! I haven't seen you in forever! Where were you, nerd? I joined the military, and they sent me here to get formally trained, I guess. Bakugo just kind of just shuts up.
Yeah, Sally's just sneaking into her chair.
And Sally, get back here.
Aww.
You have to introduce yourself like everyone else.
That's boring.
Come back here, and I'll give you a cupcake.
Fine. Sally walks up.
I say Dark Bright has you down as Sally Bright.
Yeah, I know. As I just front, hello, my name is Sally Bright. And I like cupcakes and sweets.
As the guy with yellow hair and with sort of lightning bolt black streak in his hair asks, "What's your quirk, if I can ask?"
Well, technically I have two. One is called the True Monster. The other one is the Calming of the Monster. It's hard to explain and better easily shown.
Denki asks, so you're kind of like the ultimate monster tamer.
I guess you could say that.
Awesome!
Think of it like a video game.
As Iko says, just imagine Monster Hunter stories. That's what she is.
Yeah, that basically sums it up.
Mako
The only
pops up saying,
downside.
"Oi, nerd! I know your Quirk awakened later, but what is it?" Izuku simply says, "I actually don't know. Sally's father has been trying to figure it out. That's actually what his life research goal is."
Yeah, even though look at Izuku, you're stubborn.
I'm not that stubborn.
Oh, sure, you're not.
As Mako pops up like, the nerd can't be stubborn. He's the most carefree person I know.
Sally starts chuckling. Whatever you say, Pomeranian.
Who you calling a Pomeranian, you brat?
The one who looks like a Pomeranian in front of me. Call me a brat again, I'll eat you.
As Izuku stands in between the two, saying, I suggest you don't fight. And in Kachan, I request you don't get in the way of the young one.
Sally looks up at Izuku. You're lucky you give me head pats and cupcakes.
And I'm the only one that can calm you down when your father isn't here.
Yeah. And she just looks at Zawa and says, are you going to tell us where we sit, or are we just going to stand here?
You two have your special seats way in the back left corner. Mr. Bright requested it, so.
Yes! Sally just jumps to the seat.
Everyone being amazed how far she can jump. As Izuku says, oh yeah, true monster, when she's not in her monster form, allows her abilities will be increased. Her physical attributes will be increased.
And Sally speaks up. The only downside to it is that I have to eat sweets.
Primarily cupcakes. And she requires a lot.
Well, I can't help it, they're yummy.
And also your Quirk requires a lot of energy input.
Yeah, that's true.
I still don't know how you don't get fat from all that.
Quirk says no.
Fair point. As class would go on until All Might busts through the door saying, I'm coming to the door like a normal hero!
That's not normal.
That, as Izuku turns to you, says, I mean, to us, that's more normal than everyone else.
Okay, yeah, but here it's not.
Fair. As Izuku pretends to be an All Might fanboy, like, oh my god, is All Might!
So I just think in her head, like, oh my god, this is hilarious.
As you can tell by his voice, he's being sarcastic as hell.
Okay, yeah.
That's like, you cannot be a hero without your hero costumes! He grabs a magic red button and presses the red button as everyone gets these suitcases except for Izuku and, of course, Sally.
I was like, well, guess I can. I'll just go to the training ground.
As Dr. Bright busts through saying, sorry, I have their costumes here.
It's like, you do with this, I don't really need one.
Dr. Bright goes up saying, just, it's a modified version of your Majin look.
Fine.
As requested by 682, so you don't show as much skin.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Is that what he's worried about?
Yes. He's afraid that you might get pervs on you again.
I get that everywhere. It doesn't matter what I do.
Yeah, I told him not to worry about it, but he insisted. And said that if I didn't give this to you, he would breach containment.
Fine.
And Izuku, I reclassified your MPF armor as standard issue special ops armor. You've also been permitted to use your firearms, which means yes, you can use your 500 Magnum. Izuku just says yes.
At this point, Sally's already jumped out a window to the changing room.
Everyone just looks at the window saying, does she does this a lot? Dr. Bright and Izuku at the same time. Yes, she does, and we're used to it.
As I was just kind of like smirking, like, we're gonna get along.
As Dr. Bright says, "Oh yeah, by the way, Shoda, we need to talk
Okay.
right away, Mr. Bright, or whatever you say." As class would go on normally until, as like, of course, they get to it. The teams are assigned being Izuku and Sally versus Bakugo and Ida.
Mm-hmm.
Izuku's just smirking, saying, "Well then, you can have all the fun you want with Bakugo now."
Good. I guess I should start changing then.
Yep. You should also just pretend to go full monster.
Oh, don't worry. Don't go full monster. My eyes turn red.
And your quote unquote father has warned them about it.
Oh yeah. As the camera's pointing on Sally, as her skin starts turning pink, her hair elongating more than usual, turning white, the gold rings appearing around her neck, wrist, and ankles, as her pink tail shows. And she's like, alright, time to have some fun.
Remember to act like a wild beast.
Oh, don't worry, I'm a perfect actor.
If the theatrical performance you did with 049 can prove, I believe you.
As Sally just walks in,
With Izuku following shortly behind with his magnums and guns cocked and ready.
as you can just see, Sally start twitching and her nails elongating.
Izuku smiles and thinks, "Wow, she can really act."
As she would just look at one of the cameras, as her eyes would fully turn red and the outage turning black.
And with All Might realizing, "Oh god, she's gone full monster." But why? And All Might thinks, "Why isn't she attacking Izuku?"
As immediately she vanishes, and all you can hear is screaming from Bakugo.
As Izuku runs upstairs, seeing a scene where
Sally is standing and slowly just turns her head back, facing Bakugo.
pulling an owl.
Mm-hmm. As she immediately starts bouncing off the walls, hitting him everywhere faster than he can see and react. As she's just toying with him, and they can see that through the cameras.
They don't know that they're toying with her. They just think they just think that she's playing with her food.
Mm-hmm.
Right as I was walked in now, just smiling.
Mm-hmm. As Sally would eventually grab Bakugo by his leg, or no, his ankles, and just throw him upwards. To a point where it wouldn't hurt him too bad, but he'd go through a few floors.
Mm-hmm. And as we cut to the fifth floor of Izuku, as Bakugo falls back down, Izuku shouts, "Alley loop!"
As Sally's waiting to punch, and as she sees Bakugo coming back, she just cocks her hand all the way back, punching him straight to the bomb room.
And as Bakugo flies right past Izuku puts a little C4 detonation, a stun detonation device on him.
And Sally jumps through the holes next to Izuku.
Izuku puts his fist up for a fist bump.
She fist bumps him. And this is an area where cameras can't see.
This is the area Izuku kind of disabled the cameras in.
And she says, 1 down, 1 to go.
And the other one should be down in 3, 2, 1, boom. As an explosion's go off, and you can hear Ida screaming as he gets flung outside the building, taking him out.
Well, I guess we have to touch the bomb now.
Yep, I'll go touch the bomb. You pretend to calm down.
I'm working on it.
Here's a cupcake.
Thank you.
Izuku walks in with the cameras finally enabling again.
And all they see is Sally started calming down and just munching on a cupcake.
Mm-hmm. As Izuku touches the bomb, and All Might announces, "Hero Team wins." I don't understand completely what went on, but they're the last one standing, and they've touched the bomb, so I'm giving them the win.
Sally doesn't turn back to her normal state. She stays in her pink state and just walks out with Izuku.
All of them ready to attack as they see Sally in this state. And Dr. Bright says, Dr. Bright simply says, don't worry. I just figured out what Izuku's quirk was today."
And so I was like, what?
Its quirk is called True Tame.
Sally just thinks, oh, you sly dog.
Aizawa, Sally can see the red SCP insignia on the back of Aizawa's scarf, so you know for a fact he's working with Dr. Bright now.
Oh.
As Aizawa's like, yes, I helped him with it. We've noticed during the footage we saw during his fights at the military base. His quirk's really astonishing, if you ask me.
Well, looks like I found my partner then.
Because as long as Izuku's next to her, she will always stay sane. Isn't that right, Sally?
That is correct.
Dr. Bright says, and you've earned a cake for today, for how you performed today.
And Sally's like, yay! And her doing a little cutesy smile.
With all the guys, just even with seeing her how she is now, just their heart melts. Bakugo finally waking up and seeing Sally says like, "Get the monster away from me!"
And Sally's eyes have turned back to the outer ring being white and the inside of it being blue.
With Bakugo just saying as soon as he woke up, "Get that monster away from me!"
And Sally just turns and tells her like, "What monster?"
Izuku pipes up saying, "She's normal now. My quirk basically canceled out her defects. Her drawbacks, my quirk canceled out. So don't worry your head, Kajan. You're safe as long as I'm with her."
Bakugo asked, so during the fight, why didn't you calm her down sooner?
Because she didn't want me to.
Bakugo's like, that's just cruel.
Do you really think I can fight her?
Fair enough.
The only reasons I can calm her down normally is giving her a cupcake and activating my quirk.
Bakugo noting to self, have a cupcake if she ever goes crazy.
Giving her a cupcake will not stop her from going full crazy. It'll stop her in her track for about 2 minutes. That's it.
Well, it's time for me to run.
As Izuku just secretly smiling behind his mask, saying, "Oh, you have no idea," thinking you have no idea how fast she is.
Mm-hmm.
As Dooku walks by, Bakugo saying, "Oh yeah, by the way, Kajan, I have not forgotten about all the years you tortured me."
As Sally just walks up to Dr. Bright and Aizawa and just uses her tail, just pats Aizawa's head and pats Dr. Bright. Did I do good?
Dr. Bright giving Sally a head pat, saying, "Yes, you did. Yes, you did, dear."
And she's like, "Yay!
You made us proud today."
Yay!
And we have a new friend. We have a new friend helping us with our assignments too.
Yeah, I've noticed.
It took a lot to convince him, but all it took to convince him was to give him a special room in the Foundation just for he can sleep in.
The special quarters that you worked on for a while.
Yep.
That sounds reasonable.
That, and he wants also 10 cats.
I mean, he does know that cats love me, so...
Yep, I had that written in your file for the school.
Oh, so I'm basically a cat magnet.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
It's not even written as one of your quirks, it's just written as cats naturally drawn to you.
I don't know why, but they do.
as a little black kitten crawls on your head.
It's like, well, that's convenient.
Aizawa picks it up and just starts gushing over it. Aizawa says,
As
"Class dismissed. You guys can go home now. I don't care. I don't give a shit about you all."
Sally just giggles.
Everyone just like that's how Ida's just like that's how a teacher should act. Like, I don't care. I'm a teacher now. Follow my rules and get out of here.
And Sally speaks up. His rules, his class. You leave or you would get expelled. Easy as that.
As Iku says, you might want to follow his protocols. After all, you do have an ex-soldier here who's willing to follow the commands of Dr. Bright or Mr. Bright, and only he can order me around. Since he was my commander.
Sally also says, also, if you want a monster roaming around your house in the next few seconds, I would go.
As all of them start leaving, and All Might stops by Izuku saying, "May I talk to you for a second? May we talk to you for a second, actually, All Might?"
And I'm just like, I'll sit here.
As they get All Might into a empty room that no cameras are around, is soundproof because this is a Dr. Bright room.
Sally becomes sitting outside the room.
She's guarding to make sure no one gets around. As Izuku signals Aizawa to wrap around All Might. All Might screams like, "Why are you doing this?" Dr. Bright kites up saying, "You are one of the causes of this disease that's been going around around Japan. Your guys' quirks are diseases, and your quirk and All for One's quirk are the originators. We at our organization believe getting rid of you two will stop the quirks entirely. You want to take over All Might? You want me to just do a full thing?"
All Might probably say, like, that's insane. How do you know if I'm the originator of it?
Well, as Dr. Wright saying, you're not, but your quirk is. One for all, am I correct?
Okay, how do you know this?
We have our ways.
But it doesn't explain how you know that my quirk and my Artemis's quirk is the originator of this.
Because your two's quirks were the first documented quirks in history.
What is your plan?
Killing both of you will definitely get rid of quirks entirely.
You do know that's gonna make this whole world go to an end.
Do you really think Japan is all the world needs?
That's all. Just silent.
As Dr. Bright reveals something, do you know, All Might, that the world only having 3% of the population doesn't have quirk is actually a lie?
All Might just saying, what do you mean?
It's only in Japan that quirks exist. Everywhere else don't even know about your existence.
That there's no way.
We made sure of it.
And the Might's just like thinking, there's no way.
The United States you went to was a simulation made by our organization to keep you busy.
All I was getting is so my master died for nothing.
Oh, no, she's alive.
What?
She's working with us. She's the one who told us about One for All.
Why would my own master sell me out?
Because just like the rest of Japan, she's tired of quirks.
And Sally would finally walk in, saying, "The coast is clear, no one's gonna come near."
Good, Sally. I can tell Aizawa's scarf about the rip. Can you wrap your tail around him? And Aizawa, can you stand outside and guard?
Gladly. And motion that All Might can't see, her tail just wraps around him entirely and starts to squeeze him.
Now, All Might, you might be wondering what organization we're working with.
All Might saying, yes, very.
We are called the STP Foundation. We take care of anomalies like you.
Yes, Sally is walking up to Might and just grabs something from his pocket. I figured as much.
Ah, so you know about us.
As she would keep searching, found a recording device and smashes it.
Nice try there, All Might.
Uh,
Luckily, we have Nezu in our back pocket, so that won't work on you. That won't work.
nice try, old man.
Because all the people you try, they're in our pocket. Hell, they don't even remember you. We made sure of that.
Plus, if you try running, I will eat you whole.
He's about to saying, "Don't eat him. I will not have a repeat of last time."
Oh, come on, I can turn him into a sweet.
Just because you turn him the sweet does not mean you can eat someone.
Fine, fine. So
And
how are we gonna
takes out his chainsaw, saying, I wonder how long your Quirk can last against a chainsaw made by anti-anomalous material."
And you say I can't eat people. What the hell?
Dr. Bright's special case.
That's not eating. That's sawing him in half.
It's Dr. Bright. Do you really think I can stop him? He's my superior, for God's sake.
As Sally's tail just moves towards his feet and his tightens.
But then Dr. Bright stops chainsaw saying, but that is going to give us away too much because this chainsaw makes way too much noise.
Well, no duh.
Sally, dear, can you close his mouth?
Yeah, actually, I actually bought something from the station. Hang on. And she just pulls out a needle and thread. I must stitch it shut.
But first, I want to hear his reaction to this.
Mm-hmm.
All Might, did you know that another reason why we had you go to America
Oh, I asking why?
is so we can establish a new site right underneath your house?
How have I not noticed?
Because you're never there. Did you ever realize that farmer you have working for you is a little suspicious and always watching you?
I've never noticed.
Because that farmer is one of our agents.
As I might go side, massage, so sir, can I stitch his mouth now?
You can.
As Sally would just be stitching his mouth shut.
All Might screaming about it, but no noise is coming out because Izuku's making sure of that.
When she's done, she doubles it and then just gets a staple gun, just staples his mouth closed.
Izuku's saying, "Wow, you're a lot more brutal than your last one."
Well, he's a bigger target, so might as well make sure he doesn't talk.
That is fair. And Dr. Bright, may I use my magnum to finish him off?
Oh wait, hang on. As she just feels around his stomach. Ah, found it. She would just punch him in his injury as he deflates. That should make it easier.
As Dr. Bright's last like, "Oh yeah, I forgot he had that."
Yeah, I forgot where it was, so I had to feel around for it.
Izuku, you may progress with your execution. Izuku puts on screws on this very fancy suppressor.
Mm-hmm. Sally's holding.
That says noise level 0 on it.
Mm-hmm.
He walks up to All Might, and you're gonna repeat what happened into our Altera, or was it
Altair?
Altair? What if executes him right on the spot by shooting a bolt right to his head, and double tapping, emptying the full magnums, and just to make sure, shooting 5 bolts into his head and 1 to his heart.
As Sally just looks at Dr. Bright, so where are we going to dispose of him?
I actually have an idea. I've already had our members give everyone here at Class S aesthetics, so they will forget All Might entirely.
Yeah, but we do gotta get rid of the body.
That's actually why why the room is on ground floor. We have a tunnel connected to 682's facility.
Oh, be back then.
No, it's like, don't worry. I'll just press this button. You can jump down to say hi to him.
Okay. Just picks up.
I promise him food of a really corrupted human.
Nice.
And he presses a blue button that says 682 on it.
And she jumps down holding Toshinori's corpse with her tail.
Aizawa walks in after the trapdoor closes in. You guys done?
As I would hear is crunching.
Dr. Rush saying, yes, we're done, and one of our other SCPs currently feasting on his body.
It's after, I think, 5 minutes, Sally popped back out.
Just teleporting.
He's like, I'm back. What'd I miss?
Nothing much, just Aizawa just wondering what the crunching noise is.
Oh, that's my friend.
Yep, 682, also known as the unkillable lizard.
Also my pet.
I mean, you managed to make him your pet, which is literally impossible.
I break the impossible.
You really do. You managed to start from Safe to Peter to Thamil in literally one day.
Fair.
And after all, none of the facility knows about your SCP classification except for me and the 05.
Still, funny when they don't know my name.
It really is. Now then, shall we continue with our mission?
We shall.
Izuku, in a month's time, I'll say it, up until Aizawa gets his class ready for their forest training, that's when your espionage mission will start. Right away, sir.
As I was like, Izuku, you're probably gonna have something where I can hear through just in case things go south.
And you will, Dr. Wright also says, and I will be administrating 113 on you.
That's gonna be entertaining.
As I was just laughing, saying, "Oh God, I know about 113."
And yet I'm designated as an unknown.
Yep.
Oh yeah, have you informed Aizawa of what I am?
Oh, he knows. After all, he was the one that found you in the first place.
Fair enough.
He's on the. After all, he's been an SP member as long as Izuku has.
Yeah, I couldn't remember his luck. I didn't kind of design my hair off him though, just a bit longer.
After all, he is part of the mole rats.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Lieutenant Shota Aizawa, alias Eraserhead. Rank Lieutenant. MTF unit Mole Rat.
Well, I guess it was probably long overdue, but she goes and hugs Aizawa and says, "Thank you for taking care of me and your stand."
It's like, hey, I can. Even though you're the daughter of the Scarlet King, I couldn't just abandon a little girl in the forest.
Even though I don't act like I'm the daughter of his, but hey.
You act like more like 999.
99's like a brother.
Well then, we should get some. As Igu says, well then, we should get some sleep. We have class tomorrow, after all.
Yeah. Where will we be sleeping? Or did they make rooms for us?
Aizawa points to the giant building in the back, saying, "That's your guys' house."
Oh, nice.
Me and Nezu made sure that no one can track it. No one can come in without class 4 clarification.
Well,
Class
that's
4
handy.
clearance.
At least none of the students will come in.
That, and you can't be monitored by monetization quirks. You can't be heard, and you can't basically you can't be any intel gathered on you from when you're in there.
So Jiro won't be able to do anything. Good.
Yes, he will not.
And that invisible girl that I don't trust.
We actually tested out with her, and when she entered it, she instantly got shocked, and her invisibility wore off.
Nice.
So if we ever need to contain her, we know how to.
Good.
Anyways, I think we should end it off here since we're on an hour.
And you want to go for like an hour 30?
Sure.
Okay, I think that's what we agreed on.
Until like the Stain arc.
Yeah, why not? That's what we usually do.
Or we just let's end off after the USJ.
Yeah, we can do that.
Because after all, we gotta introduce the SCP task force.
Oh yeah, that's right.
As they go on the normal, and Aizawa introduces the USJ, saying how they're going to be doing a little nice, unforeseen simulation joint.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone groaning, saying like, "Why don't we just go to Universal?" Izuku saying, shut up, maggots, listen to the teacher."
And so I just like, I feel bad for how dumb these students are.
And it's like, they pissed off Izuku, and that's a bad idea.
Mm-hmm.
Because around this point, she's witnessed Izuku doing training to all the recruits that gave him badmouthed him.
Mm-hmm. So I like to watch because she's a bit sadistic.
Mm-hmm. As Izuku said, "Now get on the bus right now, or I won't be hesitate to shoot you in the head."
So I just like her lips in the back, and there's like, nope.
They see Sasuke in the back. It's like, "Nope, not going near her. Izuku's gonna shoot us."
Sally just gets on top of the bus.
Izuku telling her, "Get down."
It's like, why? I can feel air up here.
I open the window in the back.
Fine. She just hops down.
And as he hops down, Izuku puts Sally on his lap, like lays her head on his lap, saying, "And you can sleep here."
You know, I was tired.
Why else would you go on? Why else would you go up in the open air?
Fair enough.
Did you forget I was in charge of designing your containment protocols, just in case we ever need to contain you?
Yeah, I know. Even though your containment message
As
wouldn't work.
Izuku leans in and gives her a kiss on the forehead, and I wanted to do that.
Yeah, fair.
And if you can tell right now, yeah, it's a custom ship.
Sally would then slowly fall asleep on Ezekiel's lap. Mina being the gossip girl.
Would try to go up and ask Izuku what that was about.
Mm-hmm.
Izuku was saying, "None of your business. If you want to ask, try to get information out of her father. You'll not get any out of me."
Izuku's like chuckling to himself as well because he knows who her real father is and who her technically uncle is. And they're like, she's not gonna get anything.
Mm-hmm. And Izuku's surprised that from getting that vision of the Scarlet Kings, actually approved of his relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And now when they get to the USJ about an hour later, because it's slightly farther,
Mm-hmm.
Izuku is saddened because he has to wake up Sally. So he decides to do it the only way he knows how. Kisses her and then pulls out a cupcake. Well, pulls out a cupcake and kisses her.
Sally immediately jolts awake and I was like, I smell cupcake.
As she gets kissed.
And you're like, that's cheating.
As Izuku say, "You know that you won't let me get near you if I didn't offer a cupcake, right?"
Yeah, I know.
Besides, as Izuku proceeds to head pat Sally, saying, "You're always cute, anyways."
It's not my fault.
I know, but I'm still gonna tease you about it.
She just finishes her cupcake. Her tail jolts like upwards.
And just wagging.
No, I wouldn't say it's wagging. It jolts up like a warning.
Izuku knowing this, like, "You okay?"
I'm like, yeah.
Your tail's up. I know you sense something wrong.
Yeah, she's like, kind of looks out at the USJ doors and like, goes back in the bus and says, I might have to call some friends.
As he said, "Don't do it yet. Get Dr. Bright. I know he's around the corner."
We won't have time.
As Dr. Bright just was like, "You guys need me?"
Oh, never mind.
It's like, we need those guys here now.
If I think there's something, and she just smells something's not human here.
I started thinking, Aizawa, who's come to check in on what taking you guys so long, saying, "What do you mean something's not human?"
Yes, we're gonna be attacked, but they have something that's not human.
Izuku scene. So we have a group of evil people with an SCP. Great. Are you sure we're not dealing with Serpent's Hand?
I'll deal with the big guy then. If I need assistance, I can just call anyone.
Yep. Aizawa, can you please tell the students not to enter the building and said that is under quarantine?
Tell them to wait.
Just
And
tell
if
us
they
under
hear,
quarantine and you'll see me running with full hazmat gear.
yeah, I'll just fly above.
You fly out their sight and make sure. And Dr. Bright, I say you put a hazmat gear on, stay inside by the door.
If they hear a roar, that'd probably be me. And just tell them to don't worry about it.
Like, I'll make sure there's no roar. I'll make sure there's no roar though.
Yeah, if I need help with this damn SCP, I'm gonna lose my mind.
Anyways, operation start, guys. Let's go.
She just jumps instantly, is above like the clouds.
Izuku's wearing hazmat gear, and Aizawa's right backing everyone off, telling this area is quarantined. Izuku and Dr. Bright has sent some radiation in this building. 13 sends out because Dr. Bright dropped a little radiation grenade. He spread radiation throughout the building.
Mm-hmm. As Izuku walks through the doors close, immediately Sally just drops in front of him. Like, they'll be here in a few seconds.
Actually, they'll be here right about now.
Sally is just scanning them like a bunch of low tier villains. Second in command.
Quirks are basically useless.
Yeah, then you have that one, Krusty, Portal Boy. And there he is. Points at the Nomu.
Like, so that has to be the SCP they're working with.
As Sally,
Dr. Bright walks in saying, "Okay, the task force should be on the mobile task. The rest of the Epsilon 11 should be arriving soon.
Good. I'm gonna go.
And Pandora's box should be arriving soon.
Oh, great. I'm gonna go deal with the bird brain.
You do that, I'll fend off this placement, not let any of them escape. And Dr. Bright, did you already set up the anti anomaly barrier? Yes, I have. So they won't be able to escape because I can tell by that black mist guy. He's probably has a portal quirk.
And Sally just begins to walk down the stairs, getting angry because this was supposed.
Shigaraki ordering all the villains to attack that pink girl.
As immediately she would just lift her hand, have like a borrowing her true father's kind of power and having a ball of energy and just chunks it.
Izuku having a high caliber sniper rifle, not being a 50 BMG, being a 700 mag, or a 700 Lupua Magnum, or the 600 Lupua. I think that's 600 Lupua Magnum.
Yeah. So yeah, Sally though, she's just walking. Whenever villains try to touch her, she just punches, sending them flying.
And anytime one gets behind her, they get sniped in the head.
Mm-hmm. As all you can see is like this terrifying aura because she's pissed off.
Seeing how one, she ruined her field trip. Two, she ruined her alone time with Izuku.
Mm-hmm. As her eyes just start flickering red, as her claws are getting longer than before.
As as all the villains are defeated, Shigaraki says, "Nomu, attack that little pink bitch."
As Sally gets on all fours, he immediately just blitz, grabbing the Nomu and just breaking through the ground. Because Shigaraki has a hole in front of him.
As Izuku says over Sally's comm, saying, "Lob him over my line of sight. I can probably blow his brains out."
As Sally is just all you can hear over the comm is just punching.
Izuku said, saying, "Well, she's gone full on crazy."
As all you see is like not a full-on figure, but just two figures jump out of the hole as Sally has torn the Nomu's legs off. The arms are gone and his chest is open. As Sally just keeps letting it regenerate as she just keeps going over and over and over.
Shiraku's screaming like, Kurogiri, bring out the rest of them!
As Sally hears it and just finally kills the Nomu by shoving her hand through the skull.
As Kurogiri can barely manage to open his portal out to let the last 10 Nomus to come out. One of them being a high end.
Sally just looks at him like, I have more dinner.
As suddenly a crate lands next to Sally. Labeled Pandora.
Of course they sent it when I wanted to enjoy a fight.
As this crate explodes open, revealing 049, 682, and of course, Abel.
My friends, we have some unwanted guests.
049 says, I sense a lot of pestilence in the group in front of us.
They were created by these villains. They are not human. They have been plagued. They need a cure.
049 pulls out his scalpel and his syringe, saying, good thing I brought my cure with me.
Let's get started on curing these ugly bird britches.
682 is like, don't worry. If they're not human, that means Dr. Bright will allow me to eat them.
You have gladly full permission. I'm sure there is probably human corpses in there that they used to make them.
Then more food for me, then.
Exactly. And Abel? Have fun.
Abel just smiles, pulling out his great sword, and just charges ahead, saying,
Sally,
I'll challenge the giant one.
Go ahead. Sally starts going after the others. Just immediately killing. Shiraki's just terrified. Because I would say, All For One has heard about the SCP and told him if you ever see any of these, run.
Especially if you see this bird mask, run.
As Sally says to 049, I think Handjob needs the cure the most. Go scare him and kill his ass.
As Izuku would say over calm, don't. I want him contained.
Why do we have to contain the Handjob?
Possible information that could be useful to us.
Fine, don't kill the Handjob looking ass.
Kill the Misty guy. It seems that he's no longer human.
Kill Misty. I'm sure you'll have a blast with him being one of your test subjects.
See now, as Izuku says, he's just pure gas at the moment.
Oh, we can fix that later.
As Sabu tells 049 that the Misty guy is pure gas, and let's see if your new serum will turn him back to a human.
As Sally's just
049 under his bird mask just gives a wicked smile.
Sally's protecting 049 from the Nomu trying to attack him.
Like 682 just lunges at Shigaragi, biting his leg, crunching it.
He'd probably break it.
That's just like crunches it.
Yeah. Shatters the bone. As when Nomu tried
he doesn't put enough power to tear his leg off, just enough to just shatter all the bones in his leg.
Yeah. 049 fight about to get attacked as Sally would just send her tails through the Nomu's brain. As the Nomu's
freaking out, saying, Kurogiri, get us out of here! Get us out of here! Get us out of here, please!
As he looks at Kurogiri, 049 has already gotten to him.
And managed to stab the mist to turn him to human again.
As Sally just starts walking towards Shigaraki. away, and as her tail just charges at him, pinning his arm so he can't touch anything,
But
breaking his hand.
you already know it's not going to work anyways.
Mm-hmm. She just grabs him by like the neck and just starts dragging him.
As you do that, you see more NTF members wearing hazmat suits start appearing around the roof, just securing it.
Sai just puts a thumbs up in the air.
As the Epsilon 11 puts their thumbs up, and they proceed to do anesthetics on anyone there,
Mm-hmm.
except for Aizawa, Dr. Bright, and of course, except for Aizawa and Dr. Bright, of course.
Mm-hmm. As she still have her tail around Shiragi's neck and just puts him in front of Izuku.
Izuku gets down to Shiragi saying, "So, we're gonna have some fun with you."
As the other SCPs are just doing their thing, munching 62 munching on the Nomu's corpses.
Abel's still fighting the high end, who the high end's regenerating constantly, and Abel's loving it.
Mm-hmm. Sally just watching Abel just in case he needs assistance.
Which she knows it's Abel. He doesn't really need it.
Mm-hmm.
Because after all, the more fun he's having, the stronger he gets.
True.
Shigaraki's just freaking out, saying, "Why are you guys here? I thought you guys were supposed to be anywhere but Japan."
You are an anomaly. We are going to be here.
When anomalies are located, we're always nearby. After all, did your master tell you that All for One tell you about us?
Shigaraki saying, he's told me to look out for the one in the doctor mask.
Ah, you mean 049, the plague doctor.
And Sally's like, my brother is nice.
As Izu gets right up to Shigaraki's face, saying, "You will tell us your boss's location, and I'll let you live."
As Sally just has a foot on one of his legs and like, if you don't, I'm sure we could have something arranged. 049 could have a new test subject.
Or 682 could have a new chew toy.
Or Abel can have a new sparring buddy.
And I'm pretty sure we can infuse you with some sort of regeneration, so you can never die against Abel.
Mm-hmm. And I'm sure I could treat you to my own personal game. Wonder how long you'll last.
Shigaraki's like, all right. I'll tell you the location. I'll tell you the location.
As Sally bends down, if I find out you're lying, I will find you. And I will kill you.
He tells Izuku and Sally the bar location.
Mm-hmm.
As he knocks out Shigaraki and tells the MTF that comes up, take him to one of the SCP's 999071 cell. This one, his quirks decay, so have it anti-annealing material with some lead to make sure he doesn't decay the walls, just like 106. His procedures are going to be exactly like 106.
Oh, Pandora's box works perfectly.
Mm-hmm. Now, Pandora's box. You guys did good.
As all you see is a high Nomu falling dead.
As Izuku said, "Hey, Abel! Haven't seen you in a while, man."
Abel just spotting. Yeah, it's been a bit.
How do you say about after this we go for a little shooting match?
Okay, you ready to lose again?
Not this time. Do you remember you're against the best sharpshooter in the MTF?
Oh, we'll see then.
Hey, you won with crossbows last time. This time you're using modern pistols.
Okay then.
And remember, don't shoot each other. We're doing targets.
Yeah, I know.
Still though, I'm surprised you agreed to do this with me.
Be surprised.
As Izuku says, "Oh, by the way, Sally, here you go.
Hmm?
This is location for a 10 feet high cake."
She just snatched it. I'm gonna eat this in a minute.
I mean, it's right next to our room.
Oh, good. Speaking of which,
And also,
how's
by
your
the way,
Friday? Hmm?
also Sally, by the way, Aizawa
Yes.
combined our two rooms together,
Nice. Bigger room, more space.
and you can also torture me more,
Oh, fun.
which I hate. But at the same time, you're too cute to refuse.
No shooting scales.
However,
As
you can go. You can go have fun with and talk to the rest of them before they get contained back again.
understood. She just zooms off to 049 and 682.
And 682 and 049 are actually talking for once. Talking to
Yeah,
each other for once.
Sally walks over. Oh my god, my two babies are getting along.
049's like, really?
It's like, I had to. I couldn't resist.
682 just wants a head pat.
I would head pet 682. It's like, I wore the thing you gave me. You know, it's a bit tight, but hey, it works.
And 682 is like, good. It's better to have it tight than having you showing your entire under and upper.
Yeah, but you do realize this makes me more suitable for combat.
At the same time, you would also be ogling every guy, and I would kill every single one that looks at you, except for Izuku. He's an exception.
Fair enough, fair enough.
I don't know why he's an exception, but he's just an exception.
As she looks at 049. So, how is your recent test coming along?
It's good. I've managed to find a new way to get rid of the pestilence in already undead subjects.
Ooh, that's improvement.
Just like the mist guy right here.
Yeah,
His name was Obro.
Oh, wait a minute. It's over here. And she just grabs Obero and runs to Aizawa. It's like, Aizawa, you know this guy, right?
Like, Obro?
Yeah, this was apparently the mist guy.
Aizawa just falls in and thinks like, no. Why?
I mean, there's a way we can kind of rejuvenate him, but...
Everyone's like, he's currently in a comatose state. He's actually alive.
Yeah, he should be able to wake up, but I think around the next few months.
Then if he's unlucky, he should wake up in about a year or so. The
but knowing
is foggy. I'm still working on this cure.
Our tech should be able to pinpoint it, though. But you'll have to catch him up to speed of everything that happened.
But I'm pretty sure my cure can give him the memories of when he was this Kurogiri person.
Yeah, but that's another test we have to test out.
But for right now, he must be placed in containment just in case the cure goes awry. You guys couldn't label him as 049-2.
That can work.
Since he's technically a new subject.
New subject, and some of that is our knows, so we have to take good care of this one.
Which means his containment procedure will probably be a mixture of mine and 999's, I'm guessing.
Most likely.
682 just saying, so, is there any more humans I can kill?
Let's see. Oh yeah, there is one. This one may be angry, so give me one second. She just goes to one of the villains and just drags him to 62. This one.
It's like, this one grabbed my chest.
Yep.
682 just already proceeds to basically eat him alive slowly, crunching his legs first, ripping them off, and then going after his arms.
62 just watches intensely because her sadistic self.
Mm-hmm. And then finally, 682 finally just chomps on his head, ripping it off, with spine coming out at all.
Yeah, so I would go to spine and say, oh, I could probably make something out of this.
And 682 proceeds to eat the head. and says, "Well,
Mm-hmm.
that's good."
Mm. Likewise.
And
Still can't
Izuku
believe
says,
you have fallen
You might
being.
want to get going. We'll be recontained about a minute or so, and I'm pretty sure Izuku's getting lonely up there."
Yeah, especially I kind of want my cake too. Well, I can
And
just
you
see.
whisper to 049 and have some fun.
Just said I was just like, definitely.
049 says, "Try not to do it in the in near my containment zone again. You guys didn't give me any sleep."
Sorry, but I did give you some good results on the human biology and your new test thing you're gonna be doing soon.
I mean, it did. Your guys' fun time did help me with a serum.
Yeah, we had to give you that. Plus, it did help with your future test too.
Yes, it
Especially
did.
that's one you try to keep secret all the damn time.
You mean the reversal for 113?
Yes.
I already know about what Izuku's going to have to do, and I'll make sure to turn him back to normal before your guys' next fun time.
I mean, I can also experiment with the female fun time.
Just try not to go too crazy.
I won't. I won't.
For the sake of Izuku, not you.
I know. Well, kind of get to him.
As Sally proceeds
And
to run up to Izuku and hugging him.
mm-hmm.
682 simply says 049, saying, "Hey, I don't know why we trust Izuku, but it's strange. We trust him. We both trust him."
049 just says there must be a reason.
As 049 says, "It might just be the instance of his quirk,
Hmm.
or it could be because he's so close to our
Little sis.
yeah that we just don't care, and maybe some of her anomalous powers rubbed off on him."
Who knows? She is unknown with all her abilities.
Yep, just like how your adaptation wasn't found out until a couple years back.
Ah, yeah, that kind of threw the doctor for a loop.
You did not manage to confuse Dr. Bright, though.
Well, Dr. Bright's one of us.
True. He's also the one that treats us. He's also one of the only doctors that treats us nicely.
True.
Anyways, we should get packed up because I'm pretty sure if we don't follow it, Dr. Bright won't give us any of our items that we requested.
Yeah, I guess so. As they would do in the containment is Sally has already kind of picked up Izuku, ran back to their place, has eaten their cake, and is now literally cuddling Izuku.
As they just fall, as Izuku just saying, what am I gonna do with you?"
Sally just looks up like, a lot of things.
Izuku's like, "You know what? After all the missions done, would you accept me as your husband?"
I'm sure I could.
And don't worry, I'll ask 049 to modify my body so I can last longer with you. Because I know what we have planned, and you can go ahead and do it tonight.
You have sealed your fate.
Just make sure I can actually at least walk a little bit for class.
I mean, if not, I can carry you.
Izuku says, "I am slightly okay with that."
Good.
And I think that's where we ended off.
Yep. No, we should end off with like it's the next day and like Dr. Bright's just like, what the hell?
True. And the next day, after 16 hours of grueling noise,
Dr. Bright walks in.
seeing Izuku completely passed out and dead, and Sally cuddling him.
Mm-hmm. As all you hear is Dr. Bright scream, what the hell did you two do?
Sally simply pipes up saying, "I had fun."
Mm-hmm. Isuka's just groaning. It's like, I can't walk.
Dr. Bright, knowing the relationship's like, oh god, At least have some grandchildren for us, shall we?
I do get pregnant. You're gonna have to deal with the children and babysit.
Dr. Bright's like, if they're just like you, I can handle it. If they're like Izuku, oh god.
Well, we'll see, won't we?
He's like, you know, I'm gonna tell. If you get pregnant, I'm gonna tell 682 first, right?
Yeah, I know.
I don't know how he. I do not know how he's gonna react.
I can calm him down.
I know. Anyways, I guess I'll tell Aizawa you guys won't be coming to class tonight or today.
Nah.
Like, we'll come. I'll just carry Izuku all the way there.
Also, I have a special coffee, so.
I was like, as Izuku just says, I don't want to go.
And so she's like, you're going, and I'm picking you up.
Fine.
And she's said, good.
We still need to get. Right when they run out, Dr. Bright says, hold up, you guys are still new to hell right now.
It's like, right. She just changes Izuku into his school uniform. Sally herself changes.
Well, before changing, they take a shower, otherwise it'd be smelled of. You know, I'm not gonna say it.
I mean, they do all that.
Mm-hmm.
As they get to their class, as Sally just sits down at coffee on Azawa's desk.
And Mina being Mina, seeing how she walked in carrying Izuku, Mina being Mina, went to go ask Sally why you were carrying Izuku.
Yeah, Sally's like, he's tired, so I just carried him here.
As Mina would say, why is she tired? Why is she tired? He's never tired.
Well, having to deal with quarantine would make him tired.
Mina's just confused. Like, I still don't know what you mean.
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Instead of worrying about me, why don't you go with that redhead over there?
Mina just starts blushing. She's like, what do you mean?
I see the way you stare at him.
Oh, fine, but you must tell me yours too.
Confess first, then maybe.
Fine. After he goes up to Kirishima saying, Kirishima. Kirishima turns around and says, yo, what do you need, Mina? As Mina just straight up kisses Kirishima.
It's not just like, oh shit.
Kirishima's like, what was that for? That's my answer, you idiot.
Kirishima's like, oh, that's manly. Or womanly.
Mm-hmm. She then walks back completely embarrassed and says, now it's your turn.
Yeah, it's like, Mina's like, oh, nice. Also, I just had a bit of fun.
Mina turning even more red, realizing what she means.
And maybe you can have the same fun when you and Kirishima get into it.
And Mina just proceeds to pass out.
Aw, I didn't get to Paraki be an aunt.
And that's where we're going to end it off today, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Hope you enjoyed this weird but comedy-filled SCP adventure.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is not going to... I originally wanted to be completely serious, but then I was like, I'll put some comedy. But
Dr. Bright is comedy.
Yeah, after deciding to put Dr. Bright in, it's like, yeah, that's going to be it's going to be pure comedy now. So yes, we know about SCP lore, but we're twisting it to have fun, okay?
Twist go fun, twist go burr.
Just think of this as a different SCP timeline, because I know that there's 100 of them. Actually, way more than 100.
There's like millions.
I think they're more like infinite timelines.
Probably.
Just think of this as one of the infinite timelines.
More likely.
Yep. And tomorrow we'll have a new video, and we're sorry that we didn't get a video out earlier. Laz here got busy.
Yeah.
Very busy.
I should have a new video up by tomorrow, so you guys can enjoy.
Just to make up for it. One of mine, one of hers.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, we hope you guys enjoy, and this has been Fox.
This is Les.
And we hope to see you guys next time.
Bye bye.